Oh, well, g'day, tubes. How's she hanging? Oh, man, it is wicked cold out here today. We had a wicked wind chill last night. And, oh, it's hard to breathe in because it makes you want to cough. But anyhow, we're going to do a little test today. Oh, we've got about a minus, it says minus 22 degrees, but the wind chill is like minus 28 or 29, of course. So, oh man, whew. That's hard to breathe. But anyways, we're going to do a little test here. I've got the battery pulled out of the big tractor here. It's still attached. Oh, eyes are watering and everything. It's still attached. We're going to try the start and see how it starts. Just cold, not plugged in, not nothing. And if it's doing its classic, which I know it's going to do, I've brought the other battery out there last night and got it climatized to this as well, so it's a fair test. And we're going to hook up that brand new battery we got a while back there and see if it's any different or not. So starter wise, but basically this is going to test the starter to see if we have to get a new starter, because if it's doing it on both batteries, then there's something wrong. So, but anyways, because like originally way back you'd have it out in this, it would just fire up like no problem. So, but anyways, I got the key here. Let's get her started. I'll just show you this over here. And whoo, she's cold out here. So I just got her out on some blocks here right now so I can change the other battery after, but everything's all hooked up still. It's just basically been pulled out. So let's try it with this original battery, see what's going to happen here, and we'll try it with the other one. Alright, so no warm up, just crank. Here we go, ready? Ooh. Okay, so I'm presuming that's yeah. But anyways, yeah, I brought the other battery out last night there. So we're gonna unhook this one, bring it out, hook that one on, and we'll give her another shot here and see what happens. If it does it again, then I think we got a starter issue. Because like I say, it never used to do that, you know, even a couple of few years, 3 or 4 years after it was new there. It's just in the last, oh, maybe 2 or so years that it's been doing this. So, but anyways, let's get the door open here. We'll get that other battery hooked on here. Try it again. Holy frick, it's cold out here. Oh, I'm trying to do this as fast as I can, and my hands are freaking just numb. But anyways, we got the old one out. The new one's been sitting there since about, oh, yesterday morning. We're just before lunchish, I guess. So it's been there all afternoon yesterday and all night and just till now. So pretty sure it would be climatized pretty quick in this temperature. But anyways, let's go get this fella in and see if she's any better. Holy man, I gotta get back inside. This is cold. Alright, I've been waiting for this cold day for this test for a wee while now. So anyways, here we go. This will tell us if that battery was just kind of screwy or we got a starter that's gone screwy. So here we go. I don't know, boys. Seems like it's cranking better, but I'll give her maybe a bit of heat glow here. Oh, he went. I'm surprised. Wow. A little bit bigger, colder battery, cold crank on battery. Oh, never mind. Never mind. She might not be any good now. Wow, it's really cold out here today. It's cranking better though, I'll say. So maybe the starter's okay then. Just maybe it just wasn't a big enough battery. I most likely got some gelled fuel lines now though. Yeah, I think that battery is maybe just a little bit too low. I don't think it's gonna go at all now, but anyways. No, I'm not gonna keep cranking it. It'll just wreck the starter then. But anyways, yeah. So that seems a little better, Anyways, I gotta run outside for a minute. This is freaking really cold out here, and this is really starting to hurt the hands a little bit. I brought her in, threw her on the old charger, trickle-E charger thingy. So I don't know. It's maybe a combination of a couple of things. The starter's getting older. This battery's maybe not putting out quite enough to actually get her to crank the way it should, although that new battery out there seemed to make a difference. So that's one good thing. So I don't know technically if it's so much our starter that's gone screwy, if it's not just the battery's getting a little tired, or that battery just doesn't have enough cold crank amps to crank her the way I'm wanting it to, or the way it should. Because it is a fairly hefty engine, and it's really cold out, and that oil and stuff in there would be just like, you know, molasses probably. So, but anyways, I think it should be alright with that big battery, but now I've got some, looks like issues with some of the fuels, got kind of clogged up in the lines. So what I could do if I had to get it going today, which I don't, is probably fire up the little guy. We should actually try that too, that'd be interesting. Fire up the little guy, get him kind of warmed up, and then pipe the exhaust like I was doing from its muffler, or its pipe, right, the hot air right onto the fuel lines of the big feller, and then he'd probably go no problem. But I did plug him in there just to you know, get him warmed up. And anyways, we should actually just go out here and try firing up the little feller here and see what happens, and see if he'll go or not. It is really cold today, let me tell you. Oh, if you don't have gloves on or something, wowee. But anyways, we got another issue with this feller too. I'll show you that in a little few minutes here. So we'll give this guy one heat cycle here with the glow plugs. I put the blade on the other day, went out and did some snow, and I was going along good and stuff, and all of a sudden I hit something. Oh, hang on. Come on, baby. Give you a little more juice. There you go. Not so bad. A little smoky, but not too bad. Oh, actually, I don't need to start that, so I'm just going to shut it off again. But anyways, I was out, what was that, Saturday? Saturday, doing just a little bit of snow out there, and I thought, well, let's take the sweeper off, and throw the blade on. I just had to basically blade some stuff off. And going along, I had to crank this way really good. Must have hit something on the front corner of her, and I heard a big bang. I'm like, oh my god, what now? What now? So I get off and look, and of course I'm looking the first thing at, you know, all this. I'm like, oh, everything looks fine there. You know, the pieces we rebuilt and stuff, and I look down, I'm like, oh no. And do you see what's wrong? There's what's wrong. So that's a weak spot. What happens there is that cylinder's supposed to go in where this pin is here. And I think that pin might have started to back itself out by the looks of things. And I hit that thing just bang on, and it made the blade go really hard this way, which pulled her on there real hard, and it pulled the pin out, and then it just had enough inertia, I guess, there that it busted the end of the cylinder rod off there. Now, the way they've done this, the way they set it up, I really don't like it. I've actually got some stuff the other day there when I was down. We had to drop my buddy Landkid off at the airport. He went home again. So, but anyways, I was down at Princess Auto there, so I grabbed some stuff. I'm gonna have to redo this, I guess. When exactly, I don't know. It's probably gonna have to be done fairly soon, though, because I'm gonna need it back again. But basically, what I did was, shoot, it's up at the truck there. But anyways, I got. Oh, I got a cylinder here I can show you, not sort of really super accessible, but anyways, what they had done there was just basically had the rod come out, drilled a hole through it, and then drop this pin down into it, which works okay maybe for like a sweeper, you know, or something like that. But you know, of course, what I'm using it for is way more than what I'm supposed to be using it for. So what I'm going to do is I'll take all this off, but I'm going to hollow out that the cylinder thing here. I'm going to hollow it out a bit more, and I'll show you in the back. I can give you an example. Anyways, let's go to the back. It's freaking warmer back there. Hold on a sec. Alright, I actually got spare. This is another one here. But what these are for is you're supposed to, that's supposed to be drilled and tapped for grease fitting. And on this end here, we'll say, let's just say, this thing here is our piston. Okay, actually, you know what I could do? Okay. So there's our hydraulic cylinder, there's our push rod, right? Okay, so we got a broken off thing here, say. So what I'm going to do is contour it to the shape of this. Weld that sucker on there like that. And this thing will go into the turn bracket part, and then we'll drop a big pin down like this. Down through kind of thing, right? And I've got some more pins. I got, I think, that's about the size I actually got too. I got some of these, but they're a little bit longer just in case. I can always cut them down, but it's kind of hard to add more onto them, right? So that'll get welded onto the rod. We'll have to make sure the rod gets pushed all the way out, you know, so it doesn't hurt the seals and stuff in the cylinder. It'd be nice to take it all apart to do it, but no, I don't think I'm going to do that. So yeah, so that'll get welded on. So when that thing pushes, it'll have a lot more strength than just drilling through, you know, because if you drill through, let's say here, what can we show you here? What can we show you? Basically, if you drill, you know, this piece here should be able to take quite a bit of strength, okay? Pulling or pushing or whatever, you know. So once you drill like a hole through it, like this, you've just decreased the strength of it probably about 90%. Alright, because you've taken all that stuff out of the middle of it. So basically the only thing you got is these little sides, which has happened out there. So that thing's pulled too hard, I guess, and then bang, it just busted that right off, where it should have, you know, if it was set up kind of this way, it would have taken more abuse, right? But it was a bit hard of a chunk of hit, but anyways. So yeah, that's going to be the idea. Something kind of like that, and then you got to kind of imagine the great big turn thing here, right? So then we'll have to drill whatever a thing through so we can drop this pin down, and then we should be good to rock again. But anyways, I kind of wanted to do a bit of work on this loader bucket today too, back here, kind of sort of thing, maybe kind of sort of if I could, but ooh, look at the lights. Oh, they turn on so much faster too. Hey, watch this, ready? On. Oh, almost on. But anyways, I want to possibly do a bit of work on this loader bucket today. If I can frickin' find my way back here. I need to get this hunk of steel up off the floor though, because I'm going to have to... oh, looks like I got a lot of organizing to do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to... Maybe I'll first mark this out and get an idea of what actually I'm looking at for size-wise here. So I want to make her... This is for the back plate. This is going to be 3 feet by... I was thinking actually doing 8 feet. So that's pretty darn near that whole piece, actually. So anyways, let's get some marks going on it here, and then... pardon me, we'll get a rough idea where we gotta mow this thing down here. Okay, well, pretty much worked out that I only have to do 1 cut. This thing is actually 8 feet long right now, and I just have to cut. You can see where the line is there. Cut like that much off. Actually, how much is it I gotta cut off? It's not really a whole lot, but so it's just 4 feet wide, I guess. 4 by 8 makes sense. So yeah, we'll just that off of there. Really gotta watch behind, but most of it'll hit that wood, I think, which is good. Might move over a bit because I'm a little concerned about my plastic and stuff up there, but Most of it'll just hit there and then pff, that'll be it, you know. So yeah, but that should work pretty good right there. I think I'm gonna have to cut it right there. I was gonna drop it to the ground here, but I'm like, no, I don't think so. It'd be better to cut it up in the air like that. So, but anyhow, I'll have to move a few things here, and we'll get this sheet cut foot off her, I guess. Well, it's gonna kind of suck because I can really only hold this thing kind of up there. So I'm gonna have to really watch what's happening when I get sort of down here, because it could move fairly easy really on me. So what I think I might do is just kind of cut to the wider side of it, and then if it is a little off, I can zip her down a little more, you know. But that should be enough when I get in there. You got to leave about a 1/4 inch, so it should probably be cutting just the other side of that line, which is just fine. I'd rather have it a little bit too big than I'll be whacked out, or, you know, wacky, wacky, if you know what I mean. But anyways, I think we're pretty close to a cut. And this, I think, is about one of the biggest cuts I've ever done. So, should be interesting. But yeah, I think it should go pretty good because it's so fast, it hardly heats anything up. You can just kind of keep pushing down here as I'm going down. I think it should be pretty well okay. Just want to double check measurements and stuff before you start cutting, and we should be good. Alright, so I got everything ready to cut here, but just before we go for the big cut, I want to show you something here on the welder. I've never been super happy with the length of the ground cable. Now, I know you're not supposed to run a super long cable on it, but I got another one at Princess Auto. Of course, it doesn't tell me on this one what gauge it is, but I know it's fairly beefy. It's like a 2 gauge or something, I think. But anyways, I got a roll of it at Princess Auto, and it's a little longer, of course, than this one. And I got some ends too, so we're gonna have to exchange all that around a little bit, I think. Should have got another ground clamp, but this one's still pretty good, I guess. Yeah, so basically, because if I like to kind of leave it back in here, but if I'm welding in there, I got to kind of pull the thing up and over and then kind of lean it all over the step here, so the ground clamp can just barely reach, and it's actually hanging, and you've probably seen her before, as you know, ground her out, and I kind of don't like that. So I've got a long enough one now that I should be able to leave it right around here somewhere and just run it in and go. Mind you, the other one's quite a bit longer, the actual gun end, but it might still have to go facing in a little bit. But I did look up the specs on it, and I got cable that was over and above what specs they say for the length of the cable I got. So she should be all good. She should be all good. So basically, we just have to unhook her in here, pull her out, put the new line, the new end on, and then run her in here, and we should be good to go. But I don't know if we'll get to that or not today, but we'll see how we make out and go from there. So still got all the old stickers in here. Changing polarity. Oh, steel drive knobs. Oh, 3M even. Holy. Wow. They're supposed to go in here. I don't know why they stick the French one on there and then leave these ones not stuck on, but I don't know. Now I can't get it out. Oh man, I'll stay in there. But anyhow, let's get the plasma going, and we'll get into changing that maybe afterwards, later on, kind of thing. But anyways, here we go. Biggest cut I think I've ever done. Holy crap. Smells like burning wood. My wood might be on fire. Okay, we need to evacuate our building here. Really smoky. Woo. All right, well, let's have a look-see here. Well, I guess I maybe should have doused the thing in a bit of water first. She kind of got a little wood scorch there, and I guess that's a lot of hot hitting her at once there, you know. But I don't think we caught her right on fire. It's not really hot enough, but anyways, there's our slab is cut. Now, what I need to do is clear a space on the floor, get the floor all nice and cleaned up, so I can flop that thing down, get that feller mounted on top of where I want her, and start welding. Cleaning up and welding, of course. I'm going to have to clean a lot of that piece off where I'm going to weld it and stuff, and this is going to have to be, you know, go over it with the grinder or whatever on the sides to clean her up, get the rusty crap off it. But anyways, we're slowly getting our air sucked out. Holy shnikes. It's really cold in here now, but anyways. Maybe we'll let that get sucked out for a while there, and then we'll go for coffee. So she certainly does suck. We all going out here now. Oh, it's all smoky out here too now. Oh, there you go. She works pretty good. But anyways, yeah, we'll do a bit of cleanup here, and then we'll get ready to attach the two together. All right, so we're gonna get this feller down, and I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of do a Geronimo kind of thing. This is gonna be heavy, I think anyways. That's fairly heavy. Too bad. But I don't think I want it falling on me, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. Woo, mama. Okay, let's get our bracket on there and see how she's gonna look. Alright, well, let's see what this thing is gonna look like mounted on here. Oh, still a little heavy. Still a little heavy. Okay, now this is going to lay down like that. Come down in like there. It's not quite centered, mind you, but she's a little wonky, but overall she's sitting pretty darn good. So that will be the back of the bucket. That looks really, really big. The back of the bucket, if I can get her all in. Holy. But anyways, let's get some measuring going. And see, I don't want this to be right flat to the bottom because it's not on the other one. So, but hopefully she'll be all right there, and it'll have enough front weight. I'm sure it will by the time I get like a cutting edge on her to be able to not flop backwards kind of thing when I unhook it, right? So that's kind of the only thing I'm dreading a little bit, but we'll figure it out though. We'll get her, I'm pretty sure, pretty good. But anyways, I'll get some measuring going here. I'll get her kind of centered, marked up, and then I'll know where to go over with to clean it, right? And we can probably get this pretty much darn near tacked on today. Now my plan sort of was for these things to kind of come down and meet too, but they're off a hair, but that's okay. We can figure that out whenever we get to that part of it. And get that kind of, it would sort of, yeah, help a little bit maybe. I don't know, maybe it would be good to cut that out of there just for strength wise. I don't know, maybe I could cut her down a bit more and just cut right off, all off of there. Maybe that would be alright too, but I don't know. Weight wise, I'm really trying to think of weight wise too, right? Because I'm trying to keep her basically as light as I can. I'm guessing now that's why when they build buckets like these, they're building them out of fairly thinny kind of stuff, right? The thinner the better, but thinner the weaker too, so that's the only kind of downfall, right? But do you want strength or you know, but anyways, I'll get measuring, marking, and clean it up here. Alright, so the gap ends up being, well, gap, I don't know if you call it gap, but from here to the side is 25 1/4 each side. So that works out pretty good. I'll have lots of, holy. But anyways, I'll get this thing pulled off of here, and then I'm gonna have to probably measure again, get her lined up again, because once I get the thing on there, clean her all off, it'll be the end of that line. And clean up the side of the bracket, and we can maybe get her tacked on a bit today, even kind of thing would be nice. And I don't exactly know what I'm going to do yet for the front side, but it's kind of all buried in behind here, so I'm going to have to probably move some stuff around, but I got to get the tractor going to do that. So it's supposed to warm up the next couple of days again, so we might end up getting into her then. We'll have to move a bunch of this stuff over kind of thing and get into, I think it was this sheet here, yeah, that one there we're going to use for the front plate. Keep her kind of light, and I think it's the same thickness as this, looks like it, yeah, 1/8 stuff. So that should be good. That's a lot longer sheet there, so I'll probably have to cut her right there, which is alright. I can do that, no problem. And yeah, I still haven't found my lifter Dewey though. I really don't know right now where it is. It's really got me, where did it go? I kind of figured I would have left her somewhere where I would have kind of known where it was, but I've looked all in behind everything here, underneath the ATV, everything. Nope, don't see it. But anyways, I'm still sure it's in here somewhere. But it could be even when I used her last outside, maybe I left it outside, it got covered in snow and totally friggin' frozen into the thing. I might not find her till spring, but anyhow, we can, that's why I got all these cut before Iron Man got me that thing, and I can hook my chain into there, pick her up, and then move her over, so it won't be sort of too bad, but we'll get that figured out once we get to her. But anyways, I'll get this cleaned up a bit here, and we'll get whatchamacallit going here. Alright, so we're tacked on, one in each corner basically. Feels like it's pretty solidish, so I'm gonna go see if I can get the tractor started, because I'd like to get this thing mounted right now. Oh, pardon me, and then I can get her up and actually work on it. Although the temperature's pretty darn cold out there today, so I don't know if I want to leave the door open that long while I'm doing this, so if the tractor won't go, this might be all we're going to be able to do today, which kind of sucks, but that's the way she's going to work, I think. Oh, and I guess if I need to move the tractor, I'm going to have to put the old battery in, but we'll maybe get her started up, see if she's... I've had her plugged in for, well, an hour and a bit, I guess, anyways. So we'll see if she's going to do anything here at all. I don't know, we'll see. Might be still frozen, probably gelled up lines still, who knows. Alright, we might have to wait till another day, I don't know, here we go. Wow. I think she's gelled, boys. Try giving her full juice, but I don't think so. We're gonna have to wait, I guess. Oh well. Oh. Maybe. Just giving her some grid heating there. Okay, here we go again. Pretty close, not quite. I think we might be beat, boys. We might be beat. Try some more warming. I'm just pushing the key in, right? Push the key in and it's got a grid heater in there that I know that works. So, anyways, here we go again. Try once more here, but I think we're just too cold. The lines have probably gone gooey. There's paraffin wax in the diesel fuel, and I guess it's there for lubrication or something. I don't know, but it gets cold enough, and that stuff starts to gel up, bungs up your lines and stuff. Oh well, it was a valiant effort, but I could get her going, you know, if I thawed the lines out, but man, there's like another hour and a half of just messing around, so I think we'll just wait for a warmer day. That's all we can do. It's not a big deal, we don't really have to get her going for anything, so, but that battery seemed to work pretty good. It seemed to have more cranking anyways. It's a lot higher crank, cold crank amp, but we're definitely going to have to build another box, which is good because I think this one unbolts. It's not welded right solid, so there's a couple of big filler bolts right here, and is there one up here too? No. Oh yeah, there's a couple up here too. We'll have to, oh, that's getting a bit warm there too, no doubt. We'll have to unbolt it, and then looks like I'm gonna have to build a bigger box, and it might have to sit just a hair bit lower too, because we're getting pretty much to our limit right here right now. So looks like we'll have to build one right from scratch, but that's okay. We've got some thin stuff like this in the back too we can do it with, so not a big deal. But because it's just not gonna clear with the tops of the terminals here, I don't think. It's pretty close. I don't like it that close. So yeah, we'll have to rebuild the box, but that's not a problem. We can do that. I can do that for sure. And hopefully everything back there will be all right. We'll just have to make the box a bit deeper this way and a little bit longer this way, and I think this way is actually okay, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So anyways, never ends, eh? Gotta fix this thing. Now we'll rebuild this box, and we gotta fix this drive shaft thing in here. I guess I can unplug this too. I really need it plugged in now. And yeah, so lots of fun. Holy crap. But anyhow, there's the cable I got. It's still pretty cold from being in the truck, so maybe I won't do that today either. Let her warm up overnight or whatever. But I got some ends here, and I'm not super crazy if I like these ones or not, because they're like a solder on apparently. So I guess you stick the line in there and you heat the crap out of this, and then you pour the solder to it, and it just all goes in there like a big blob. But I don't know if I like that or not. So is this tied up in here or something? Oh, it is too. So this is a what does it say? 2 gauge, 25 foot length. So I got 2 gauge 25. She'll do 250 amps, which is good because the max of the output on that thing welder is 230. So we should be good. But I guess that could go on there and get smashed down with a hammer too. Crush this all in, and that would squash her down onto the dewey there. But I only need the one end, right? The other end, it go. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Maybe I do need the two. Ooh. Clamp. Yeah, it does have one on it too. And it's got one on this end too. So, but see, those are like a crushed in one where they put them in a press thingy. Where I've got a press that'll definitely crush it if I wanted it to. I could figure out something maybe and put like a sharp edge thingy in the middle or something, and then start crushing her down onto it there, and it would probably crush her down pretty good. I would think 20 tons should do her. Probably better that than beating it with a hammer. But so I could put something, exactly what I don't know, but either that or just, well, I don't know. It's hard to say, you know. That's actually supposed to be meant for those, but look kind of big. But I guess once we get her bared up and pushed on there, it'll probably be all right. Maybe I'll do that before I head out. I'll try to bare the one end here. All right, we got the one end bared, and look at this nice stuff, eh? Oh, it's so beautiful. But anyways, you'll see why now I keep this hunk of metal around. What this was for, I don't know. It sure has been milled and done whatever to it, and then they just kind of scrapped it, it looks like. But anyways, I'm gonna try just to hammer this one maybe. I don't know if this is gonna be really at all successful here, but because these they did say something about solder on connection, and I'm like, oh, geez. I'd have to pour so much heat to that you'd end up cooking the hole or the rubber there. So I'm like, now how the heck am I gonna hold this thing here? I need it to be like bolted down to something like you know, there kind of thing. But see if I can do her maybe this way. I don't know if you guys don't still see that, but I'm kind of guessing that will probably work. Couldn't get her much flatter than that, I don't think. I'll use it. Might as well do this other end, I guess, too. One end goes into the welder, one end goes to the gun end. So let me just chop the band here. This stuff's not cheap though. Man, they charge you for this. This was $74.99, I think it was, for this roll. 25-foot roll of this stuff. So. And then the thicker the gauge you go, they had stuff you could buy off the reel there, but it was like $4.99 a foot. Yeah, it was thicker stuff. It was more like the camera's getting it, but the thickness of like this stuff. So it was 0 gauge or something like that. It was like really thick, heavy crap. So we'll just peel off this end too. Not to cut into the wires, and that seemed to work pretty good. So I guess we'll do her again. I guess they don't need the big press for that. Just jam her in because it's kind of like a coney shaped thing there, right? So okay, watch your fingers. That far, we might as well change it in the welder, I guess, too now. Holy cow. Well, we brought the whole cord in here, so we're gonna try to get this thing off of here. Hopefully it comes off all right. Yep. And there's that. That'll just thread out. And the new one probably won't fit through here. Oh, it does too. Whoo, mama. Alright, now she might need more of a washer there too. I don't know. Probably don't need such a huge end here. Oh, that'll actually work. should be good to go again. Not the best sort of clamp, but this one that come with it. So. Alright, let's go out to the welder here and hook this one on now. Sweet. Alright, where did I put the end now? There it is. That can come through. Crap, I forgot that little boot thing. I should probably have it on. Oh crap, one sec. Well, there's one of those things where you should have put her on before you put the other thing on. Oh crap. Oh well. My bad. Anyways, I think we'll be alright without her here. And basically all we gotta do is put this little nut back on and crank her home. And I guess they put that on there just so you kind of know that, you know, one's negative, one's positive or whatever, but if you can't, you know, tell, then there's a negative there and a positive there, so if you can't tell from that, then, oh man, you shouldn't be walking around me. There. Okay, well, I guess we got her on. Let's make sure she still works here on the project. Yeah, seems to work pretty good. It's good, I'm happy. I'm happy. Alright, mama, we got her moved. Up and moved, and oh man, that kind of hurt. But anyways, that looks so much bigger than 8 feet for some reason. I guess it is, because I measured it. But, where's my tape gone, actually? We'll maybe measure it again. But anyways, she should probably definitely kill that tractor when we, there it is. When we load that full of dirt. Holy crap. But, whoa! She is 8 feet, boys. 8 footer. Oh man. That's as wide as my snowplow blade. Kind of looks like we built another snowplow blade. There you go. But anyways, we got her up, and tomorrow it's only supposed to be like -10, so it's supposed to be a lot warmer. So she might be better for hooking her up then and getting the rest of it welded together here, and then trying to open up and get the front piece out and cut off. And I don't know how far I'm going to come out with that yet, but oh crap. So if we're sitting here, I think the other one was 20 odd inch or something. I can't remember. So if I come out like, I think it was 24 inch I was thinking. I don't know, I'll have to do some more thinking about that. And that's going to be a lot of dirt in that bucket, but hopefully she'll handle her. I don't know, boys. I don't know. She handles the one now pretty good. The small feller out here, but it's gonna look like a little shovel spade compared to this thing. Holy friggin' crap. But anyways, that doesn't mean that you have to take a whole entire huge scoop either, right? Well, let's get a, oh man, that's bright out there. Holy. Let's get a rough idea how far this one we think come out. Oh man, cold. It's hard to measure this because it's got that bend in it, right? But roughly, I'm thinking about 21 inch. So I think if I do that other one at 24, I think we'll still be good for curling power wise-ish. So, ready? Ooh. Ooh. So now, how far past the edge of, we'll say the edge of that is, I'm going to say 13 inch. And how far past the edge of this? Well, there's your 13. We've got her out to 26-ish, roughly 25 and a quarter. I think it actually measured out to, but yeah, she's going to be a little bit larger. So maybe this will be just a snow bucket. I was kind of hoping for dirt too, but who knows? Who knows? But you got to remember too, this isn't going to be used for digging dirt hard. It's going to be just going into a soft pile of stuff that I dumped there like a day before. So it should probably be all right, hopefully. We won't know until we try it, but I was also thinking I'm probably going to have to build some inside support things that go down and then go out, kind of thing. That'll help keep the bucket from, you know, going wonky and stuff. There'll be, of course, a piece of something, something like one of these or something like that along the top, you know, for that top brace. But along the bottom, you don't really get much of anything, so it's gonna need something, I think. But we'll get to that part, of course, too, when we get to that part. So, but I guess the next step will be get her mounted on the tractor and then get her kind of up in the air. Well, actually, yeah. We got to get these sheets out here so I can get another sheet down, but holy sheet. But anyways, we'll get to that when we get to that, I guess. But anyways, I guess today I'm going to call her a day. I just got a few little things we want to mention to you, and then we'll say good day. Okay, so now, I know this part's going to be, I told you so. I've been doing some research and stuff on the truck, and found out that pretty much I'm about 98.9% convinced that I got to replace the intake gaskets on my truck and stop that issue when it starts up cold and it stalls out and stuff. I've seen many videos now on the YouTube of that exact same thing, and I seen a guy that had that. He took his apart and you could tell that the gaskets were leaking fairly bad. Because when he took it off, they weren't nice and clean. They were kind of crudded up looking and dirty, so you could see there's penetrations back and forth there, you know, so there'd be gas going down, and it's probably getting pushed out of that thing a little bit too, right? And it's making it all cruddy, and that little inside of that little engine thingy there between the two heads is usually all crudded up. So before we head her inside, I'm just going to have a quick look at mine, see if I can see down there much. It's kind of covered in a bunch of parts and stuff, you know, but we'll see if we can see anything. But I'm pretty darn sure, I'm about 98.99% sure that that's what my issue is, because apparently they were bad for that, and it was something to do with the ethanol they started putting into the gas. Shrinks the rubber, and over time it shrinks it enough that you get this problem happening. So they said to get the new gaskets that are the greeny colored ones. They're a different kind of rubber, and apparently they'll take that stuff more better or something. Who knows? Probably not. But so anyways, I went on the Rock Auto website there, and I got a kit of gaskets and stuff that comes with those. And there's a whatchamacallit for the Valley too or something there, the Valley gasket. I figured, oh, I might as well get all that too, you know, just in case we get in there and then we need that. But they also said that right inside of there's 2 knock sensors that you got to check too, and if there's any kind of, apparently they were prone for leaking too, water in and stuff, moisture, so you got to pop them out and have a look. If there's any sign of moisture, just replace them, just replace them, he says, and then seal them up real good with the RVT gasket stuff, silicone stuff, and it should be good, he said. So we'll have to check that when we get into it. Hopefully they're okay, but it's quite a disassembly. Just a lot of plugs and hoses and all that crap, and then some wiring and all that stuff, and you got to take off and take out the bolts, and basically once you get everything up and sort of clear it out of the way, it just up and then out she comes. It looks pretty darn simple, but the only thing I'm having an issue with thinking about is, and I do have a kit, sweet, I knew I did, these suckers here. Get over here, you turd. Air conditioning fuel line disconnect tool set. You need that for taking off the 2 lines, which I'll show you when we get up there. And still it looked like it was a nightmare, but I think they were using like this size of one or something. But he says you definitely need that. I'm going to put that right back up there so I know exactly where it is until it is. And so when we get into doing that. But Oh, I was really hoping it wasn't going to be that, but it sure does look exactly like what it is. Oh man. But technically it doesn't look like too bad of a job. Everything's pretty much right there. There's nothing super buried, you know, which is really nice. So, but I still can't get over that whole intake plenum thing is plastic. But anyways, who knows? They also, one guy mentioned there that the bolts that hold that plenum thing in there, you should replace those bolts because there is apparently some rubber thing in there that gets wore out and then you lose all your tension out of it. He says it's hard to find them though, and if you have it done at a shop, they don't replace them usually. They just use those same bolts again. One other thing I should probably pick up myself is a fairly decent torque wrench, because you have to do quite a torquing sequence to those things. If I can remember, I don't remember the order, but it was like there's like 8 of them or something. You got to go here and back and forth to 44 inch pounds. And once you get all those done up, then you got to go to 89 inch pounds and do the whole thing again. So I guess it's all cranked down at one. So another thing you're supposed to do is when you get the that whole assembly off and you get it all cleaned up, you're supposed to take like a flat edge, you know, like probably use my hunk of aluminum flat edge thing there, put it against the plenum thingy there and all the little ports and make sure they're all perfectly smooth and level. Sometimes they'll go warpy, they said, and then you're screwed, you got to replace it. So, and there's a pile of cleaning up to do that'll be all gummed up and gooed up inside, so I'll have to clean all that up. And I got some pretty good spray stuff up there that I can put on and, you know, let it sit for quite a while, and then it'll pretty much dissolve it. So all the crud and stuff that builds up inside, you got to clean off all the gasket mating surfaces, especially on the engine and stuff, and that's aluminum, so you got to be real careful, and you got to be careful that nothing falls inside of those holes too. But we'll have to get to that when we get to that. Vacuum it out, give it a good vacuum, and then the one guy used a razor scraper thingy, like a little sharp razor, and he scraped it around and he scraped away from the hole, and then, you know, put all the goo on like a towel and then sucked it all out again. And one guy even saw he had some BT spray or something like that, and he sprayed it right down inside of the hole and then started scrubbing it like with a big huge one of these kind of things, like a nylon-y one of these, and went right at her. I'm like, well, I guess you could, but oh man, you're kind of asking for a bunch of trouble there. But I guess as soon as you fire it up, that gas will hit that and just kind of that stuff all through, hopefully. And he did like swap it all out with like a towel-y kind of thing, but I mean, still, you're gonna have some stuff in there, and I guess, like, you know, once the gas hits her, she'll blow all that through and stuff. So we'll check. Fuel injectors and stuff are all in that head plenum thingy there, all that plastic thing. They're all mounted in there. And then the fuel rail is all on that whole thing too. That all comes out as one whole dewey. So that's pretty handy, actually. That's pretty good engineering there, really. I may not say that when I actually take it apart, but anyways. Oh, so I got those ordered. They should be here this week. I kind of put a sort of a little bit of a rush on it. I think it was 2 to 3 days or something. I ordered them last night, so they'll probably be shipping them today, I would imagine. So I might have them by... Rock Auto actually seems pretty decent. The last stuff I got, the whatchamacallit for the truck there, it seemed to come pretty quick. It was like 2 days. But they'll send me an email and send me a tracking thing, and then I can be able to track it through that and see where it's been checked in and, you know, whatever. But anyhow, I guess for today, that's it. It's too cold to do anything out there today. Holy crap. But I'll go edit this up, I guess, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe if that tractor will start tomorrow, we'll be able to get her going here and get some more of this put together kind of thing. So, but anyways, you guys have a good day. We will catch you tomorrow, and thanks again for watching today, and have a good night, and we'll check you tomorrow. Oh man, I totally forgot we were gonna look at this thing before we said good day. Oh, my bad. Anyhow, let me grab my light here. Hang on. Well, I don't know if this is going to help at all, but yeah, you can see down on there is where she mates up to the head. Oh, I can't quite get to where I want to show you. But you can see down there how the darker is all like wet looking. That's not good. So basically we got to tear a bunch apart here and Yeah, this side's not looking so much better. She's wet, she's dirty, she's grimed up. We're gonna clean her up, boys. And one thing I wasn't super crazy on is all these fuel injector thingies and stuff. They've apparently got a stupid thing on these too to pull up, and then there's another clip down there or something stupid. Anyways, she's too freaking cold out here today for that. But I know a lot of you probably say, oh, you should do the test on it, but look how grimy this is here. I'm not testing that, I'm tearing it apart and fixing her.